Hey guys, welcome back. I have an interesting show for you. We are going to dive into some CrossFit Level 1 with McCann kids. So here we go with the Financial Farm Fitness podcast, Building a Strong Foundation. I still don't have a name or a tag name. It's still called CrossFit Garage. I don't know what we're going to call it eventually. And but I did like the taglines that ChatGPT came up with, so maybe you'll see some of that. All right, so go around the table, introduce yourself, let everybody know who. Oh, actually, I guess I should say who I am first. Andy McCann, owner of CrossFit Garage and other crazy stuff. To my left is...
I'm Olivia McCann. I'm the oldest child, and I go to Auburn University.
Oldest child of who?
Oh, what? Do we know who your mother is?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you studying at Auburn?
Chemical engineering.
What? Anything else from Auburn you want to say?
I'm also in sorority, Alpha Chi Omega.
And she loves her Star Wars trivia.
I do.
Yeah. Who was the second Padawan for Luke Skywalker? No.
I don't know.
It doesn't exist.
I know it doesn't exist. Okay. So next up, across from the table is...
Hi, I am Evan. Last name McCann. Pretty
Nice.
obvious. Go to UGA. Computer science. Pretty crazy.
Crazy Times?
Yeah, you know.
Fraternity?
Yeah, fraternity BYX.
Yep. So funny thing is the BYX house helped the Land McKays get kicked out of their house so that they could then take it over as a
Shouldn't
lease.
say stuff like that.
It's not true.
So
It's not
bad.
true at all.
Oh my god, you're not.
But that's the normal way. I think while I was at Georgia Tech, just after I
People
left...
do that?
Yeah, no. But just after Georgia Tech, or I was at Georgia Tech in Beta Theta Pi, I think like 2 years after we left, they got kicked off campus for a while. So everyone gets kicked off
I heard
campus
about that.
Yeah, everyone gets kicked off for whatever reasons. What about anything else UGA wise?
No, not
Did
really.
Did you go to any football games?
Yeah, I went to some of those. It's football.
So
I just don't really care about
the
football.
nerd factor doesn't fall far from the tree here at the McCann house. My kids were actually really pissed when they went off to college. They're like, "Dad, how do you get a first down in football?" I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, we weren't that bad.
no, it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty funny."
I didn't even ask you that. I knew you wouldn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good point.
true. That true. So burn. If you're a fan of the '70s show, that's kind of what we have right here. We're in the basement of Rhett Foreman's house, and we're just smoking a bunch of weed.
No.
Just kidding, Verity.
No.
She doesn't
Not
listen to
true.
this.
Not true.
That's right. Mom
Not
doesn't
true.
listen to this at all. All right. Beside Evan is...
Levi.
What's your last name?
McCann.
That's
I still
crazy.
go to high school, so I'm not in college. Also, not in a fraternity or sorority, for that matter.
What?
But
Did you know that Alpha Chi Omega is actually not a sorority? It's actually a fraternity.
Yeah.
It was
actually
chartered under the co-ed fraternity rules.
what is
I have no idea what that means. But you know why sororities can't have houses at Auburn?
why?
Don't say that.
Yeah, it's
Here.
true.
Wait, can't they? Because they're not a sorority.
Why?
No, because there was an old rule on the books that if like 12 girls lived together, it was a brothel. So
Why
they're-
are you saying that on your podcast?
It's hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
It is funny. I mean,
That is pretty
yeah.
funny.
So you just have to. So look, Olivia, you're gonna have to roll on the gutter down a little
I
bit
mean,
with
yeah,
us.
but you say no inappropriate talk and stuff, and then you. Go
I mean, that's
straight
not-
up with
He
the-
didn't say it. Levi did.
Yeah, and that's not inappropriate. That's,
I was trying to.
That's just a fun
I was
fact.
trying
fun
to
fact.
brief them on what to do because I've done one of these before.
yeah.
And
He's an OG.
I'm
He's an
the,
OG.
I'm
You're
the,
seasoned
He
by
was a
salt
guinea
and pepper.
pig. Yeah, he was his guinea pig. We
I'm
made
the,
a lot of stuff.
I'm the
up.
co-manager.
There
of
you go.
the
That's it.
podcast.
Co-manager.
Yeah.
I built this.
What's the podcast name?
Fun, fitness, and for coaching.
Yeah, that's true. Fun Fitness for Coaching is what we do. We also talk about for Bitcoin and for Lightning Network and yeah. So he mouthed that one. Good job. Yeah, you can't say that. I still don't know how to edit these, so we're not sure. Like, you can't cut anything out. Just don't say things that shouldn't go out loud.
I'll be editing it by the summer. So
Someday.
Isn't it? No, you're still
Yeah.
in school.
Can't you just cut stuff out? Like, isn't it?
I mean, you think you could. It's weirdly, it is easier to edit and create video on a tiny phone than it is to take audio and put it on my massive computer to do something in Audacity or another tool.
You know,
when
you
it
could
when it
just
goes on the
YouTube that
computer,
down.
you need like
compresses.
when it goes on the computer, you need to pay like $20 a month for some.
You could just
something.
YouTube it.
That is true. I did watch a lot of Audacity or videos on YouTube about Audacity, so I know how to use that sort of. Okay, so yes, I'm a very tangential podcast. So if you're not into tangents, you should probably just go ahead and go to a different
All your listeners
podcast right now. So we're actually up to quite a bit. There's like 100 to 200 people all over the world downloading, and there's some people in Europe.
What do you mean by all over the world?
So you can actually look in Buzzsprout and see where the downloads come from. I guess they're using IP addresses to track it.
Does it give you all the demographics?
No, I just get to see
probably
countries.
gives you
I bet you
location.
I could probably pay more. I can do it by city as well.
That's really
Still
creepy.
location.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It actually tells people names. So Tina, if you're out there listening, we know where you live.
No, he's kidding.
There's gonna be some random girl named Tina living in France. It's like, oh, what's up? What happened?
Oh, that's a good French accent. Do it again.
No.
That was horrible.
Every accent I ever do
bad.
just ends up being some plantation owner from the south.
What?
You know, like.
You did
like,
not just say that.
Well,
So they're Southern?
southern.
Why they have to be
Why did you have to say?
Yeah, or don't touch it. It messes it up. Like Kentucky Fried
Fall
Chicken.
over.
I'm just saying I have really bad accents.
They
Anyway,
fall over.
You could have just
Moved
said
it.
Georgia.
it's true. I was going for even more
Old time.
old, like that really.
Like with that, get over here.
Stop it. You're getting me in trouble. Look, I'm from the 80s. The whole world was different back then.
Really?
Yeah. So we are here to mostly talk about, obviously, some CrossFit, but stupid family humor. We do sit around. So interesting, parents, if your kids are still at home and you have the opportunity, have a kitchen table where you actually sit down and eat dinner with them. He can yawn into the. He's tired. He's
So
just
that
tired.
noise gets picked up.
He's a college. He's a tired college guy.
You guys have bad mic etiquette.
It's 9 p.m. It's his bedtime.
Levi, you have bad mic etiquette.
Okay, so I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, yeah, if you have a dinner table, eat dinner with your kids. We sit around the table, we'll eat, and then we'll. Unfortunately, sometimes we hack on each other, but it is kind of funny today. We had some funny ones. But try to, dads, I know it seems super busy. You can't find time to hang out with your kids. It's a very short span of time where they're actually here and they want to hang out with you. So weirdly, the littlest one, Evie, which is actually not too little, she's now driving, learning to drive the Ford F-150.
Not legally.
Yeah, she's still 14.
She's 14.
Yeah, but you have to start them so that they know how to, in a parking lot somewhere.
You're technically supposed to once they get.
I have a
permit.
tractor. She could totally just drive the tractor around.
Why doesn't she?
That's a
Yeah.
good point. I don't know. She's tall enough now she can press the pedals.
Yeah.
Anyway, tangent. Let's
Don't
go
put
for
that
it.
auto drive on,
Yeah,
otherwise you
I
might
know.
hit the house.
The tractor has cruise control, which is
Anyways,
messed up.
we just the three McCann kids, excluding Evie, just
Technically,
went down
we're
to
not
Savannah and got our level 1 for CrossFit. So now we can officially call ourselves.
Not
Cross-
yet.
So
Not yet. Not
So,
yet.
let's explain this a little bit.
Yet.
So we've had this gym since 2008. Evie was born and the gym was born. Actually, technically, the gym is older than Evie because we had the idea in 2007. And so the gym's been open since 2008. CrossFit Garage here in Woodstock, Georgia. Come out and see us. It's a lot of fun. If I'm coaching, I make a lot of bad dad jokes. And so finally the kids were I got all these adult-ish kids, and I thought, well, dang, you guys been doing CrossFit for a long time. So they signed up to go down to Savannah to take their level 1 at CrossFit Savannah, where the place had air conditioning.
No.
Nope.
And
The
fortunately,
chairs were great. They
No.
were those rickety metal ones
Oh,
that you
nice.
hate sitting in.
And we were sitting right next to the garage door
Yeah.
opening, so the hot air
It's
was just coming right
It
inside.
was a good gym though. Everything
thank
was
you,
set
Olivia.
up really well.
I think
It was
the
just-
garage is much nicer.
Well, I think-
yes, true. Well, yes, of course.
I think it was just the humidity from being in Savannah made it.
And the fact that I
Like,
wasn't there to work
we're
out, I was
not
there to
from
sit for hours.
that
Yeah.
far south, so it made it worse.
It was-
but
it
it
was-
was overall a really nice gym.
It was a nice gym. It was hitting everyone. The heat was hitting everyone in the gym hard, though.
Yeah.
Everyone was sweating just from sitting in the chairs and listening to the
I
lectures.
wasn't sitting and sweating in it from the chairs.
Okay,
I
well-
just stood up and then I'd start
Okay, well
sweating.
maybe I was. I was just getting some
No.
excess
You
stuff
guys-
out. I guess. I don't
yeah.
know. I guess it's just
detox.
me.
Yeah, only
Sauna.
Levi sweats. So you guys went down there.
Right beside me.
How many days is the lecture or the course?
So it's
Dose.
It was 2 days.
2 days. And it starts at when and ends at when roughly.
So the first day started at 8 and ended at 5, and the next day
8:30.
started at 9 and ended at 5.
So
5:11.
the first text I get from Levi, so I'm texting them like, hey, how's it going? Shoot me some pictures or some video because I want some sort of like interesting stuff.
To post.
So to post or just to have. We do, so my wife came up with this great idea to use Shutterfly, and you can put pictures on there and they'll send you a book. And so I've been like geeking out on that. So every year I take all the pictures, and some of them people,
Even if they're really bad.
and there's this random lady.
Shutterfly doesn't care about your feelings.
No, they don't. And we got the one picture of that random lady scuba diving
And like
or
3 or
snorkeling with
4
us.
times.
And we don't know who it is.
We don't know who she is. Anyway, so I put them in Shutterfly. So I always ask for pictures, and then I load them up there, and then we'll get a new book and send it out to grandparents and stuff. It's pretty cool. I think it's neat, but my grandparents or my parents probably don't care at all, but we send it to them. So anyway, I said, hey, send me some stuff. So all I get is radio silence, or it's not really radio. It's a
I texted you.
texting silence, and I get a text from Levi says, I just did 30 minutes of overhead squats with a PVC pipe, and I am wrecked.
So bad.
And so
Hey, that? I don't remember that.
I didn't text you guys. I just texted.
I
Dad.
sent that out to all the other coaches on the coaching text, and they all laugh because they're like, "Oh, I remember that." You're just like, "When is this going to end? It hurts so
It's
bad."
so
Yeah.
annoying.
That's it.
They
Oh,
made
yeah.
us do snatches with like the actual like. Did they make us do with the actual bars? It was
No,
so PVC.
Just
PVC
PVC
pipe.
The whole time is
Still-
PVC pipe, and you're
My
like,
legs were
Still-
quaking. They're like 2 more, guys. I'm like, you said 2 more.
You're like, you're
8
lying.
times ago, bro.
One of the coaches was named Luke, and
He had a Fiji tattoo
We had
on
him
his
first.
legs.
My group, they split us into groups. My group had him first for coaching, and he was teaching us like squats and everything. So we went down for the squats. We did about 30 of them, like where you held at the
Right.
end. And then he was like, all right, we got 2 more. And then after those 2, he was like, you guys are going to learn? I lied. And then we did like 20 more.
"Oh man!" So it is interesting. I think in the level
Coaching,
one,
it's okay to lie.
they actually will correct your form a bit. So
No,
they pick
yeah.
somebody out, and
Not
they're
a
like,
bit. They
"Let's
go
A
for it.
lot.
And then so in the level 2, they don't care about your form. You get on stage and they're like, "Coach, everybody, go." And even if you were perfect, you are not perfect. And it feels like you're in a pledge ship. They're like,
No, literally.
Lights
So-
on you, stage light, and
man.
everything.
So they said things like, are you a kindergarten teacher? Because you treat these kids like, or these people like babies. You're like, wait, what? I don't even know. What? And then somebody else got up and they're like, do you even coach? And you're like, wait, what? And then do you use that tone of voice? I mean, they're just like radar into whatever aspect that might be off. And I'm like, wow, this is hurtful. So I got, there was 3 of us that went down there. And we got in the car coming back, and we're all quiet, deadly silent. And I was like, I guess I'll go first. I don't know if I should come back tomorrow. I mean, I was like roasted alive, and I don't know. And the other 2 girls started like laughing and going, "Oh man, I thought it was just me. I thought it was..." So they had us in different groups as well. So it was humbling, but it makes you a better coach because they will tell you. You don't cue at all. You need to cue. You need to use verbal, visual, and tactile. Well, I don't use tactile, but because
No, I just feel like that can be really weird sometimes.
Yeah.
pun intended. Feel like
The lady in my group made sure, or the lady who was teaching my group for one of them
AKA
decided
the
to
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But
She's
she very much was like, so you tactile cues are really good, but for all you guys, you need to ask if you can touch them before. And it was like
Yeah.
5 minutes of her like stressing.
Yeah.
Like you
Oh, yeah.
need.
And she was very like, I had her for the squats, and she was like, "Are you okay? Okay."
Right.
And then I was like very hesitant still.
Right. So usually a PVC pipe or something. So like I had
Well,
one
for
of the-
squats, it's a bit different. Like you have to, like if their like hips are
So
wrong,
you
like
don't want to
you can't
accidentally
really.
smack someone
Right.
with a PVC.
No, but you can use it as a sort of a touch
Well,
indicator.
yeah.
But I had one of the girls on the GHD doing glute ham raises because doing
Yeah. Today.
back extensions, and because her back was hurting, and I was like, look, I'm picking up this pen, and I'm going to touch it on the part of your back that I want you to start curling. It is not me; it is a pen, or the marker, so
Yeah.
she would
Yeah.
know that. Because I don't touch any.
Well,
I mean,
you
I
don't-
give hugs if people want hugs and high fives, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you
No,
don't
no.
mess with that.
Yeah, they talked about everyone needs a tactile cue. Like, watch me, and they're like grabbing onto us. I'm like, yeah, dude, I can't do that. I'm not gonna grab people's
Yeah.
shoulders and thighs.
Yeah,
and like,
I just don't think some of them get that. They're like, it's fine. I'm like,
it is not fine.
it's not fine. Like, some people are actually gonna have an issue with that.
It was in their like manual, and they just follow it to a T. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, touch people?
Yeah.
Got it.
So you need to lift your chest up.
Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so you guys, you had mentioned the workout. It was pretty funny.
was the
So
It was worse, Fran.
what do they do? What is the workout?
Well, it's 15, 15, 15. No 21, 15, 9.
So still 45 total, but
Yeah.
Thrusters, burpees, but you have to jump up and touch the
Something high?
The
pull-up
rig.
bar,
The
Okay.
rig.
which sucks when you're 6 foot and they're like, "Get up there, top." I'm like, dude,
Okay, yeah, but
these things suck.
they let you have the easy bar.
Oh yeah.
They lowered you.
I went to the high one.
No, they lowered you.
No, I went to the high one.
Did you actually?
Yeah, he said go to the high one. I was like,
Oh.
because I was trying to get on the smaller one, so I could just like, I didn't have to
So-
reach like a small child asking me to pick
The worst part
up.
about it was what they kind of said the next day after that. She's like laughing at us kind of, but she's like, you know why that was worse than actual Fran is because those two movements are not complementary movements,
Right.
which means like they don't use different muscle groups. They
Right.
use the same muscle groups
In the same
in the
order.
same workout. And
Right.
so you're just going from use thrusters, which
To-
is the same muscle group
as a burpee jump.
as a burpee,
Jump,
and
yeah.
so it sucks
Yeah.
because and you realize you're like, why does this hurt worse than Fran? And
It was
they're
like a
they're like laughing. They're
Flex
like, "Haha."
extend press and a flex extend
Yeah, that
press.
was
Right.
it. Yeah.
So when we did our very first
Brutal stuff.
level 1, I guess it was in 2007-ish or 2008 to get the affiliate going. Yeah, it's still recording both of them. That's okay. It's just family noises. It's all right. We're in the house in the basement. We're in Rhett Foreman's basement.
Red,
right?
not red.
It's not red. Have you
not
even
red?
watched that
Red?
show?
It's red. R-E-D.
Yeah, well, how about
Did you
y'all
even
stop
watch the
correcting
show?
him or I'm going to put my foot up your ass.
That's exactly what he says. Very nice. Okay, so the first one we went to, they said, "Hey, so who has?"
How many times have you done it?
I did 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I did
how many
3.
times have you done the
Yeah, I did
CrossFit level
3.
1?
Get that very clarification. Good. CrossFit level 1, I did 3 times, and then thought, why am I doing this? Because there's a test at the end. The test is getting harder and harder and harder. And so then we went to the level 2, and I
So
said,
you have to do all of it every 5 years.
every 5 years.
That is,
Or you go to the level 2 where they teach you to be a better coach. I think everyone
and
should
you
do their
just take
level
that
2.
once and you're done?
No, you got to take it every 5 years. But there is a test at the end, but it's a take it till you pass it, not, hey, you got to go take it and pay money again. But it's all in the making you coach better, which is way better. Anyway, they said, hey, who has never done CrossFit here? And like, I mean, this is in 2008 or 2007, so a ton of hands go up. I'm not surprising. Fascinating to me. So you tell the story about them asking the question of who's never done CrossFit. Or who,
Yeah, you.
Do you know it? You were there for yours.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is 20 years later. People are still paying $1,100 to go to this
it was
session.
$1,100
It was
then?
No, now it was $1,000 then. So it's actually very low inflation.
Yeah.
But so someone paid $1,100 and tell them what they said about the like. Were there people there that hadn't done CrossFit
Yeah,
yet?
there was I think like 3 people there who had never
Yeah,
done
3
CrossFit
people.
before. One of them I talked to him beforehand was a personal trainer, and he was like, "Oh, I just figured I'd get my license for this too." And then
Which one was that?
the guy with the
The
long
one
hair.
sitting in front of
the
us.
tall
Oh,
one
okay.
who like kind of looked like hollow with the long hair.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh my
Was he
God.
skinny?
No.
He was cutting weight for jiu-jitsu probably.
No, that was the other
That was
dude.
the other guy?
The other dude was a jiu-jitsu guy. I saw him after the test, like, doing these, like, flips and crap. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
what in the world is he doing?
Yeah.
And then the other dude was like, yeah, I'm in the Army and I'm going up to Alaska. I think he's doing it, like,
To get-
side money type
Yeah.
of deal, which I think is really smart.
Well, it's fascinating that they would spend that money.
Well,
never
I mean, they
having.
must have looked into
He
it
did it
before
once.
deciding.
He did one workout, but he said he's done all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just not.
Just not in the CrossFit
Combined.
scenario.
He was in my like breakout group too, and his form was good for everything. So it wasn't like he didn't
I had
know
the other
what
two.
he was doing.
and they were
Yeah.
pretty
He
solid.
just
Yeah.
hadn't done specifically CrossFit.
It's
Still
like- yeah.
fascinating that people would pay money to get a certificate or whatever it's called for a thing that they've never really done. So y'all have a vested interest. We've had a gym for as old as Evie is, so 14 years. And it makes sense. Hey, I'd probably be coaching either at Auburn or UGA
Yeah.
or at the garage or whatever. Anyway, so it's fascinating to see. It's just the people that get in there. So the other thing that I thought was interesting was y'all said they did some sort of who's been doing CrossFit the longest.
No, they went, who's been doing this for 5 years or more? I think half. I want to say half. I don't
Okay.
really remember. There was a decent amount of people. It might have just been you. I don't remember. But there was a decent amount of people. They kept going down 3, 1, and it was like less and less, but it was still like decent amount. And they're like, who has never done this
Yeah.
before? and 2 people
Right.
raised their hand because one of the dudes was like, I ain't doing this. But
Yeah.
he also did it once.
Yeah. So did they figure out that the youngest people there had been CrossFitting longer than anyone?
Well, I was talking to one of the dudes because he was in my group, and then we did the coaching, like coach each other. And he's like, "Yeah, you're 4th grade." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I would like we're talking." I was like, "Yeah, I've been doing this since like 5th grade, so like 9 years at this point."
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the trainers were asking about it, and then one of the trainers I think knows about our gym, maybe.
Sure.
She heard about it from you, and she was like really fangirling over the name. She was like, "I'm not a fangirl, but like I might as well be because that's a good name."
So it's been around a long time. Plus, it's
Yeah.
Garage, which is an interesting name. It's
Yeah.
like
But
CrossFit Muscle
immediately
or
we
something. But a long time ago, we did a lot of events, and
Yeah.
so people knew us from the events. But I got burnt out of the events. I don't know if you guys remember. I was
I
doing a
remember
massive
those.
event in the back of the
Fire
Woodlands.
Breather Challenge.
Yeah, fire
Well, the Fire
breather.
Breather Challenge was
Was in
an
the back of the
obstacle course,
Woodlands.
but then
That was-
Spartan and mud whatever took over, and we never took off. So we
Yeah.
were at the same time, but theirs got better faster, so
Fair.
left us way behind.
Yeah.
And then when we lived in the Woodlands neighborhood, we used the backyard and had like 1,300 people come out in February.
Okay, you
to
say
do an event.
backyard, but this is like you have to keep. This is not.
Not our backyard, the public park that became a park. Yeah,
It's this is not a backyard. This is like acres
Yes.
of just random wood
Oh, yeah.
land.
And a
So
massive
not-
hill with a power line that we're like,
Yes.
grab a sandbag and run up, just like they did at the other
I
games.
remember that, and I remember it was puking at the top.
Oh, people did, yeah.
That was
Those things
the
are nuts.
worst.
Did you do one of them?
Yes, I did
Yeah,
the
we
kid
did one.
version.
I never did.
But you
one.
only go up. You went up half
little
of
bit.
that power
I just
line
didn't do the
hill.
sandbag bit.
I remember.
Yeah, I was too
one of
young
my friends was with
to
me.
do them. I think when you were still doing those, I was like 6 or something.
Yeah, mom wouldn't have let you done it because we had to be in like the river too.
Yeah.
or
She,
something.
she also thought I had like health problems then.
You do.
so.
You were still in a stroller. You weren't allowed
That's
to
why
walk
you're not
at
allowed to
age
eat
6.
regular food, and you have to eat pureed. He's fine.
I'm only allowed to eat applesauce and peanut butter.
I mean, I did see your snack. He says Levi snacks.
Oh man.
Did he just throw up?
Okay, so we had a slight break. Ollie, I made okay. Full story. Verity goes out of town with some friends. Yeah.
That's like way back.
Yeah, no, listen. I know it's way back. The other kids go out of town to do this thing, and Evie and I are home alone. I'm like, "What do you want to eat?" She's like, "I don't know. Let's just start like digging through the cupboard or the refrigerator." So I go through the bottom, and there's all this beef bacon. I'm like, "Man, we've got like 5 packets of beef bacon in here." I'm like, "This is
She's just
awesome."
been hiding them in there?
So I looked at the dates, and I'm like, "Dang it, it's like a month old, but it's in the plastic wrap and whatever." So I was like, "I'm just gonna." You see
Her
Evie's
face right now. She went like
We've
jaw dropped.
We've been eating it. That's why I started there. So I was like, I'm just gonna cook it all because no one's gonna like want to eat it if they see the dates. So I'll just cook it all. So I cooked it all, put it in the plastic bags. I ate like 6 pieces all by myself, but I'm like, I feel so sick. No, leave him outside. He's throwing up
That's
again.
why
Whatever.
I felt sick yesterday.
No, it's because you ate too many. So anyway, when I was cooking the beef bacon, which you've never had beef bacon, it's way better than pork bacon. It's
Really
awesome.
good.
It's so good. And so
We
I
wouldn't
filled
know.
up an entire because we ate it all. I filled up an entire coffee cup of beef fat, and I had it off to the side, thinking, well, I might use it as a grease for something.
So you left
and-
the 1-month-old
Yeah.
bacon grease on the side.
yeah.
for
No, it was only 18
something
days old.
else. But
Yeah.
it's still 1 month
So
old.
Ollie, who is a
Great pair of knees.
that's it.
Pair of knees.
He's a 7-month-old Great Pyrenees,
Which means he's huge.
and he's not huge yet, but he's getting there. So apparently, he drank the whole
He knocked
beef
it.
bacon fat.
He's like, that smells good. I'm like, it does smell good. So he went up there and knocked it down, and I came in here. I'm like, dude, y'all let him eat the beef bacon, and nobody said anything. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's not really what it was. And then he just
barfed.
put it all over.
So
the
that's
floor.
why we were like, oh, dang.
yeah.
That's like our 10-minute explanation of
Yeah.
why the cup was
So
there.
I said it's a tangent. So this is the fun part. Olivia reaches over and hits stop, but she meant to hit pause. So I don't
Well, I
know.
thought
Where
that
is the
was
pause button?
Well, if I open, there you go. So.
Well, if you
yeah.
had that open, I would have.
So
been able to.
I don't know how to splice things together. So Levi's up.
Wait. Is the pause button the pause button? Is that going to like
that's
stop it?
No, that's a pause button
Okay.
now. Yeah. So I don't know why it stopped it, but anyway. So we were doing the garage game stuff. People in the garage. People knew us from the garage events. It wasn't really me. So Eric, Shane, and West were all the front men, and I was just a guy who cleaned up stuff in the back. So my assignment was always, hey, you don't have a job, you're gonna fix whatever is broken. Not always, but so I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just clean toilets and stuff. So they would know the garage, but nobody knows who I am. Anyway, so you guys had to do these workouts. You had to take a test. Funny part on the test is they give you like an hour and a half to take it, right?
It was an hour.
It was an hour.
An hour.
55 questions.
So easy.
It's like set up.
This
like,
is what I hear. Yeah, go ahead.
It's set up like an SAT, like a standardized test, and so there's like 4 answers, and they're four multiple choice answers with like the questions, and you have to bubble them in. And I mean, like, a lot of the questions were basically like motor skills
Yeah.
and stuff, but then there were a few that I was like, you obviously got this from like the.
Yeah, you sign a waiver though. You can't
Yeah.
actually say what's actually on the test, so don't tell them. And they do change the questions, so
Well,
it's
yeah.
not the same test every time. But so I asked him, so how was the test? And Levi, or one of you guys said, Levi gets up. He's like, I finished in 11 minutes. I was like, I'm done. I'm like, did you correct it? Did you go back over? And he's like, no.
Yeah,
it was pretty easy for you.
It was not
admittedly,
hard.
you just got done taking 5 AP tests, where the average person taking it is me, like a 50-year-old man who hasn't taken a test. Like, yeah.
There was like 3 people that were like, I'm taking the test in years.
Yeah, a
This
dinosaur's
is gonna be
age.
so bad.
I am slightly better equipped to be taking those tests.
Yeah. Slightly.
But it was like
And you've CrossFit for 9 years.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And-
It wasn't difficult. The hardest ones to answer were the picture type ones, where
Okay.
they would
They
give
did
me
have pictures.
they would
Because
give me
you
a
read books
picture.
without pictures anymore.
I know. Well,
You don't listen. You don't read books. You
So
listen.
I found the test to be incredibly hard. The first time it was cake. Second time I was like, I don't think I passed. The third time I'm like, I definitely failed this thing. I need to figure out a way to not take the level 1 test anymore because I don't think I passed it. And I did. They don't tell you your score. Well, back then they didn't. I got your scores.
did you actually?
Oh yeah. Keep going. So you
Wait,
thought it was super
so
easy.
you know if we pass and you've just been sitting here letting us
the whole time. That's true. I know.
I don't want to
Say-
find out
okay.
if I
So tell me
failed
about the
it
test for
on
you.
your
No, tell me
podcast.
what I got.
Okay.
Everybody needs to say if they think they did good or
Okay.
bad.
First,
37 out of 55.
do you think you passed it, Levi?
Yes.
Do you think you passed
Yeah.
it, Evan? Do you think you passed it?
I don't
Olivia?
really want to.
Yeah, it's on here.
That means someone didn't pass.
No. Everybody passed. Do you think you passed Olivia?
I would hope so.
Just said everybody passed. So good job, congratulations.
37 out of 55.
All of you guys
100%.
passed. Okay, so I don't know that they gave me a percentage. So one of you got 98%. Another one got, I think the passing was 70. So one of you got 82. And the other one got.
You had to get 38 out of the 55.
The other one,
questions
no,
right.
just leave it. The other one got. Don't worry about
I
it.
have to know.
And the other one got 72. So
That was me.
Which one of you got?
That
I
was
already
my
forgot.
one.
What did I say was a high one? It was
98.
98. Yes,
I think
what?
I
89,
probably got
98.
the 82.
So you think you got 82? What do you think you got?
Definitely the 72.
72?
That leaves me with the only one left.
Well, you can still pick the same one because they can be wrong.
But I feel like I got the 82.
82. So two
He
82s
got the
and one
90,
72.
Levi got the 98. She got
You
the
guys are very
82.
high.
and I got
there
the
was
72.
like 2
I
or 3.
lied. Levi got 100.
Actually,
Are you
He didn't miss a single question.
actually,
Oh wait, let me look. That's Olivia. Olivia didn't miss a
You're
single.
not even. That's
They
not
don't
even.
even tell you. They don't tell you. They just.
You were just making stuff up.
I was. Of course I was.
Why do you?
Manipulating.
They don't tell us any Olivia. You're so dumb.
yeah, I'm gonna hit the stop button.
And then not splice it together. So yeah, they don't tell you. All I got with an email was, "Hey, you need to DocuSign this." So when they already have your name populated, I'm like, these DocuSigns are so bad. Nobody's signing anything anymore. So then once you do that, they send you an email that says, "Hey,
I definitely got a
congratulations, you
72
passed."
though.
And then another email that I've already sent to you guys that says, "Hey, here's your certificate." So I need to change. You guys need to go in there and change your username or your passwords or whatever or usernames.
So now we can
Correctly.
officially call ourselves a
No, not
CrossFit Level 1 trainer.
Trainer. Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't call yourself correct.
Not certified.
Yeah. No, it's certificate. It's so weird. They're very
somebody got that question
No,
wrong.
I did.
I probably got that wrong.
I was really
I
confused
didn't.
because I'm like, there's no way they're gonna let me call it certified. That's just gonna be some dumb thing they do. So I put one different. Then on another one, I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna
Split the
put this one
difference?
because I'm like, I know it's not like these two. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way it's gonna be certified.
So in the tests they do it's an ANSI test where there's some of the questions are for next time.
She
so
also
they test them out.
wrote it up there with 10 minutes left.
Yeah, she did.
CrossFit Level 1. What was it?
She
Certificate?
said-
We still don't even know. I don't know what it is.
She
It's
said,
certificate.
And there's
congratulations, CrossFit Level 1 trainers.
Trainers.
And
yeah.
the one dude who was retaking it is still there. It looks up. I'm like, bro, you did not just do that.
There was also a chalkboard with like almost every.
All the answers.
You don't want to
on
get
the
yourself in trouble here.
Well, I didn't.
It was behind us.
Because
There's
you
no way
know
we're looking
headquarters
at it.
listens to this.
I didn't notice until after because Olivia walked out of the room. She was taking it in because she took it in a separate room
Yeah.
because she didn't feel good. And
Yeah.
she walked out and she pointed at the board and she was like, "You guys know it was all up there." And I was like,
Yeah, I noticed that right from the get-go because it's like literally all the definitions, every like method or whatever.
They probably had
talked
you
about.
turn the wrong way.
"Yeah."
Well, yeah, they did, but I
And then
walked.
so I
yeah.
would imagine that the since it's an ANSI type test, sort of like not ANSI, but anyway, I forgot what the name they use for it is. The coaches are probably
Scantron?
watching,
Oh,
and like if they saw you turn, they would probably take your test out. And be like,
Probably.
no, I saw you do that. That would be totally something that they would be into because the whole idea of like I don't know
They
the
probably
standard
care
is the
about
standard.
honesty.
You know? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they're very strict on that.
So I don't know what you guys scored, but I know you guys all passed. So the other thing you
How
have
do
to
you
do
know that?
they sent the email.
Have you not been
He wasn't
listening?
listening. He was
No, I was, but I thought they just sent
He's in
send that
Evan's
anyways.
world.
I thought.
No, they
Evan,
said
they
Evan's world.
so.
Sorry,
Yes.
I'm kind of.
The only thing you have to do after that is
So that's why I go to Georgia.
yeah, you gotta get
Go down, baby.
you do your CPR, first aid, AED training. So you can do that online, and then you can.
I'm already CPR
There
certified.
you go. Then you
Sophomore
can go
year
train
high
around.
school, baby.
They only last for 2 years.
They only
You
last
have to
I
for 2
take
know.
it.
years. So what do you guys think you'll do with your level 1?
probably be forced to coach.
That's not untrue. You probably will be forced to coach. That is true.
Am I technically allowed to coach
Yes.
people? Okay, because
I mean, you can coach dogs as well.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like I'm
Big.
17, so I'm not.
Sure.
I'm not a major yet. I'm still a minor.
Yeah.
So like,
no, that's so it's
Can't mind that coal, baby.
yeah. It's only the government really cares when you're applying for your license or trying to buy alcohol or going to fight in a war. What age you are?
They actually don't care about the war bit,
Oh, they don't?
like at all. Like you mean to tell me they're not going to take a 17-year-old?
Oh, they will. Your parents can sign a piece of paper. But I know. So if you get hired to coach, you better be good and you better have the right certificates. Now you can move him out there. He might throw up again. That was really gross. That was a lot of throw up.
you should have seen the other one.
Don't get a
No,
big
and
dog.
those ones weren't wet. They looked like the Jello thing
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
You,
yeah.
you
Wait,
might
okay,
want to
let's
stop.
not
You
talk.
might
Let's not
wanna-
talk about
You know the
this
Jello
one.
thing that Jim put in Dwight's desk?
Yeah.
It was exactly that shape,
That
and
meatball
size. It was exactly that
Did he
shape
put
and
his,
size. And there was 4 of them. All corners of the carpet.
Did it have a stapler in it?
It did not. There was these little bits of food in there.
Yes, large dog equal large throw up.
I don't want to hear
He's
this.
going off at the darkness.
He saw his shadow. So you probably will be forced to coach. No, hopefully you'll get to coach some. So you already actually kind of got a program for this summer. So you've got the Swole 60.
You need to go get Andrew to sign
Which he
up.
talked about on a previous podcast. If you haven't listened to that, go listen to that.
That's true.
They did?
So by this time, when this
Olivia
comes
went
out,
You even
That
listen
plug.
to the podcast, Evan?
that's right.
No.
So it's like May 19th.
listened to,
This
like,
probably won't go
one.
on the. Is it? Did I get it right?
16th.
16th. Ah, it's May 16th. This probably
darn
won't.
it.
Yeah, make it onto the podcast until like July because I already have a bunch of other stuff in front. Sorry.
July?
I know.
July?
Excuse
Possibly.
you.
Olivia,
I just
we just said July.
uploaded
You
it.
gotta say it too.
I will red Foreman you. Stop it. So Levi, Evan, what are you gonna do with your level 1?
Do some coaching over the summer
Yeah.
at CrossFit Garage. Then, depending on how my whack schedule at JoJo goes, I'm gonna try to do some coaching there.
There's a couple
there.
gyms up there.
Well, yeah, I gotta find one and then like actually go there and like work out.
Yeah.
And then like if I have time between working out, school, and
Well, if you work
trying
out
to have
there,
a social life.
you can coach. That's what the fraternity's for. It gives you auto social
That's
life.
what I'm saying. But I gotta go to this. I can't just like
Yeah.
have a social life in quotes and like
Yeah.
not actually go to it because then
True.
that's not actually a social.
That's Georgia Tech. You
Yeah.
sign up for fraternity and nobody shows up for the fun stuff. Don't go to Georgia Tech. Hey kids, if you're listening to this, ask your parents where babies come from. So
Oh my gosh.
Dad.
what? It was in a movie. It was hilarious. Teen Titans Go.
You were the only one that found that funny.
It was hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
It
when
was-
I saw it on
yeah.
on the movie because
Wait,
it's pretty funny.
At the very end.
Crack an egg on it movie.
Yeah, that's it. Good job.
wait, where
do they come from? The stork? Yeah, the stork flies them in.
Oh.
Yeah,
This
it's
way, crack an egg on it.
It's like Delta. That was hilarious. Evie and I were in the car the other day. I think it was, well, it should have been her because it's the only kid that I drive to school or drive around. And we turned on that 80s motivational song they did. What was it? They did upbeat.
Yeah.
The song is upbeat. That's hilarious. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. It's timeless. Robin with
I
his
don't
baby
know.
hands.
I barely remember this movie. They throw what was it? They throw the necklace and all that back onto Bruce's parents so that way they get shot up in an alleyway too. It was so bad.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
They go back and they throw the jewels on them, shove them in the alley, and just smile and watch as these flashes go off. And I'm like, oh my
That's
gosh.
horrible.
Yeah, I
so
saw a
this
clip
is
of it on
before-
the Instagram Reels because I don't TikTok.
This is before Spider Into the Verse, or Into the Spider-Verse, so it wasn't
Oh, my
as
word.
great of a cartoon thing. But anyway, Olivia, what are you going to do with your CrossFit Level 1?
Hear me out, coach.
Yeah, I think that's solid.
Coach over the summer, get experience, but then find a gym to coach at in Auburn.
There's a couple.
Yeah, I just need to go to them and like see if I like the community because there was one that I went to and they were really good. It just they were.
They
a little-
listen to this podcast, so make
Do
sure you
they
talk to
actually?
them. No.
Well, I'm just trying to be.
There are 200 people across the world as of May 16th listening
Yeah.
across the world.
Well, they were a good gym. They're just really competitive, which is some people's thing. It's not really my thing. I like to work out and do as best as I can. I don't want to really
Right.
be compared to other people.
As long as I
But,
can be
like,
the best
I
in the
like the
gym, I
communities-
don't want to compete.
Bro,
Oh,
you literally
yeah.
compare yourself to me every time. You're like, Evan,
I really don't. I really don't.
That's
So I
why
think
she had to
that I
work
like
out
the
on an
community-
opposite corner of the gym.
I like
than
the
me,
community aspect of
level
it.
one.
So that's
Hey,
what
that is a
I'm
big part.
looking
So for all those that don't have a gym yet, that is a big part of it. You're
Yeah.
going to find that gyms operate differently, CrossFit gyms. There is no brand. Like CrossFit basically says, pay an affiliate fee, do whatever you want. And so sometimes you get total bro sash, sometimes it's total
Yeah.
lady sash.
Which is
I
like
don't think that's the
it's
thing,
just
but
different.
like there are
people
some
want
gyms that are
different
lady
things.
only. Was that?
Like different people want different things,
That's right.
and you might like the competitive atmosphere, which is personally not my
Oh,
thing.
one gym that I actually really like the community at.
Garage.
CrossFit Garage, Londonderry Road. So I actually might be coaching there in the near future. But yeah, you
Come
guys,
see
you
Levi.
guys should check it out. Yeah.
So I think for what we'll do
Great
in the
community.
summer is have you guys fill in where there's holes, and then also shadow a bunch of the coaches so
Yeah.
that you can learn a lot. Our coaches do a pretty good job.
I've already shadowed. Do I have to? Because I've already shadowed
Oh, you
coaches
have
a
to,
lot.
unless you're like, okay, spot on, baby.
Well,
We'll
I'm
just put
saying,
you
like,
on the
can I just
floor.
go straight into coaching? Because I've already
Probably
shadowed
not. I mean,
coaches.
so I'm
Like,
gonna.
you-
Still need to get.
How about this? Coach Jamie has to give the thumbs up. If she doesn't, you don't do nothing.
Okay.
that's pretty fair.
That is very fair. She's a good coach. She tells you straight, which is good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. With love in her heart, she'll
She'll
say
tell you you suck.
are not very good.
I cannot wait
That is solid. I
for
really
her
appreciate that.
to have Olivia shadow her because that is gonna be funny.
Wait,
They will
what?
probably laugh a lot. Actually, Olivia and Aubrey played on the same
Yeah.
soccer team. One
No,
season
we're
they played
friends.
rec
I
season
know.
and
Well,
crushed it.
Because
It was great.
It was great.
just like whenever Jamie's coaching and Olivia's in class, it's just really
Yeah, it's
the
so fun. I'm
dynamic's
actually
really funny.
shadowing her tomorrow.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. I like want
Look
to.
at
I'm
that.
gonna
Somebody in
go-
the family reached out to
I'm
other
literally
coaches
gonna go
and
to her
said,
class, work out, and then shadow. But during the workout, she's gonna be like, "Olivia, come on, hurry up!" And I'm gonna be like dying on the floor, like laughing. And she's like, "This isn't time to laugh." Like,
Yeah.
Come
While you're
on.
doing that, I'll be oil changing my Ford F-150.
yeah, we'll do some truck changing.
Down for that. It's gonna be so bad.
So what else have we done interesting that you want to talk about? How about country dancing? How was that?
Oh.
that was
It is
good.
interesting.
You didn't like it, Levi?
Levi doesn't like things that are
Levi's not
fun.
country.
Oh.
I would say,
He's a
going out on a
suburban
limb
boy.
here, I am the least country in our family.
You
By
haven't
a
gone to
long
college yet.
shot.
I'm the least country.
You haven't
in our-
gone to. You haven't gone to college
Right.
yet. I feel
Once
like
you
that
go to
will
college,
change.
weirdly.
I haven't
You'll
gone to an
realize-
SEC school.
I think
True.
you'll realize how southern you are once you are in college. Like
Nah.
just like comparing yourself to other
He
people.
doesn't even drink sweet tea.
I do.
Oh, okay, the East Country then.
He wore a pearl necklace that one time.
Did
I never.
Yeah, I
wore a
know.
pearl.
Yes, he did.
He did.
It was a
You
fake
know, he
one.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, he did.
There was a.
The thought was there.
It
Levi.
wasn't pearls. It was
It
just
was-
that thing that come out of
no.
oysters.
It worked really well.
It was a-
which was his bad part.
It was a necklace I found, and it was a chain with. I don't remember what was on the other end.
It looked like
but then
pearls.
it was like supposed to be double stacked with a pearl necklace, so I just put the pearl part in the back of my shirt and only wore the part
I just
that
remember
liked.
seeing it here.
Yeah, I put it on because I knew you'd think it's funny,
No.
and I didn't think you'd want to tell people.
It works. It works.
I didn't wear it out.
I'm just saying, with what you were wearing,
So-
it worked very well. But like,
You've seen the pictures. Of
I
us as
couldn't do
kids.
that.
I've worn some really stupid things.
I mean, I couldn't do it. That's what I'm saying.
This is one video from like freshman year, and it's like me, Ben, and James all in like dresses making a TikTok with like some
No
other
way.
people, and someone showed it to me recently, and I completely forgot about it.
Oops. Social media will follow you around.
Oh yeah, it was never posted.
Yeah,
Levi turns 14.
that's right. 14. That's so.
I have that saved on my
YouTube
watch
actually
later so I can find it
started.
again.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. YouTube started roughly when
I was born.
When the gym was,
2005, 2006.
and then we have like one of the first videos probably on YouTube.
Probably, yeah.
2008. I think it's the gym.
Probably. That was
Yeah,
not
it's probably
surprising.
you or Eric doing pull-ups.
No, people.
It was a promo
Like,
video. I mean, you can
I
let him
show
in.
people-
Just leave the door open so if he goes out, if he needs to throw up, he'll go outside.
We're letting the dog in. We're taking a rest.
The bugs are gonna be coming in like
they'll be
bugs.
alright.
No, the light's on outside.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Oh, that's totally gonna fix it all.
Hey, it is.
Is it actually?
No.
Yes.
I'm
You know
asking.
most of
I'm
what I say is
asking.
fake.
I'm asking like because I'm like kind of astonished that I would like just get everything.
It might. So we've got a couple interesting podcasts coming up. I've already recorded. We've got one that I'm talking about Bitcoin, Lightning Network, and Nosters. So that'll be fun.
With who?
I know, just myself. Just sometimes I do them solo. Another one I'm talking rental properties with Glenn Grushow. So
Oh, that'll be fun.
it was pretty fun. He's like, he thought it was, so the funny part was he thought it was live. And so he's like, hey, all you Australians out there that are listening. And I'm like, what is he doing? And later on, he's like, dude, that wasn't live. I'm like, we're in the mountains. How would I be making this live? But so it's on recording. It was pretty funny. And then I got Crystal Piccolo and his Grizzly pressure washing. Well, more than that, his story. He has an interesting story of bowling at Life College and how to use CrossFit to lose weight and get out of bullying and stuff. Pretty fascinating.
He's a cool guy.
He's very cool. So, let's see. What else is going on for the summer for you guys? What do we plan on doing? So we got the Renaissance Festival coming up, because us
Yeah.
nerds like the Ren Fair.
You guys have fun with
Just
that.
like weapons.
Weapons, yes.
Yes.
So, can I tell them about the birthday
Social
gift?
weapons.
Yeah. So when they were younger, we went to the Renaissance Festival and we saw this guy making swords, and they were all like, "That is so cool." So I don't remember what birthday it was, but I bought
Me, it was 16.
swords, and then I ended up giving each of them some sort of.
Well, no, because you bought Evan one, and
they
I
all
asked
whined and
why,
complained about it.
and you're like, because he turned 16. I'm like, so what did I get for my 16?
You're a woman.
I got the mom's little car that she's like, this sucks.
It's a
I
car.
love that.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
but the difference is
Which is awesome.
The difference
It
is
awesome.
they love Evan,
That's so fair.
so they give him a car and
Look. Next time, do chores when you're younger.
That's true.
And you become the favorite child.
Next time, be the firstborn son,
So-
and you get
Big
a
time,
sword
baby.
and
We out here going
a
big.
brand new truck.
It is funny that
It wasn't
every
brand
kid
new.
there's 4 of them, and every kid is different, and every kid's got their own special talents. But
Mine
Evan's
is
talent-
getting rear-ended by,
Yeah.
by a massive,
Evan figured out-
actually massive.
the dually,
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the thing is, they had just sent out an email to all the kids saying, please go under 15 in the parking lots. And I'm over there. I'm like, not backed in because I can't back in. I got there too late. And like, parents are annoying and they won't let you do that crap because they're trying to leave for some reason.
Sure.
I don't know. But there's no speed bumps where my car was because for some reason they just weren't there.
That's right. I think that one side got ripped up or something. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
And then
they're
people
all
would
gone.
scoot over to get away from the other one.
Yeah, they're all the way up, just all gone. If dude didn't have the dualies, he wouldn't have hit me.
Right. I
And
like
that
the way
little
you say
video?
that. So, I think back.
I had the video.
Yeah.
I had the video.
Based on the insurance, it was still your fault.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
but anyways-
the cop said even if your car was on fire because you're going into
Yeah,
the
the
lane,
parking lot,
it's
yeah.
still your fault. I'm like, yeah, but like I can't see past this dude's truck. But now I can because I have the truck.
Yeah, so Evan figured out this crazy life hack from that. If you total your car, you magically get an F-150.
I hated that car anyway, so I was
So
kind
it
of
was funny. So that car, when they totaled it, they sent me a check for $6,000 more than I paid for the car, and I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot take a check
I'm
from them.
doing God's work out here, man.
I cannot take a check from them knowing that they just paid me too much. And so I called them. I was like, look, I know this is weird, but you guys sent me a check. They're like, is everything fine? I'm like, yeah, but it's like $6,000 more than I paid for the car. And they're like, yeah, that's what the blue book value said. I'm like, what? And so this
Yeah.
was that weird time when all the...
I made you money.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It was insane. I'm like, that doesn't
Probably
make any sense.
actually did make you
Evan
money.
is just fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that car was just not it in the first place. I
Well,
thought it
You
was.
guys
I thought
made
it.
fun of you for that.
I thought it was a
car.
good idea. Well, Levi was like, "I like this car," and I was like, "You know what? If Levi likes it, it's probably a good idea." Was
Yeah,
not.
just blame it on Levi.
Well, no. That's what I'm just saying.
I liked the car. It
So
was-
it's
He
a good,
liked it.
It's
I
a
was
good
like-
problem to have that you guys get your hand-me-down cars from your parents.
Yeah, because
So
then
that's
I
a
don't
good
have to
problem.
like.
You're welcome.
I can have my buyer's remorse about that
Yeah.
crap.
Wait.
I was so happy when that car was gone because I was like, free at last.
Wait, why did Evan get to go pick a car?
He didn't. I don't know.
I didn't even get to pick the car. I
knows?
got the car that Bob said, this car sucks.
'Cause you started
I
driving.
guess it's Olivia's driving all the kids to school, and the Honda Odyssey just broke down. She needs a different
That
car.
honestly was awesome. I love that.
Well,
thing.
so Levi started driving, and then instead of Olivia getting a new car, because hers was working fine.
I was never going to buy anybody a new car.
I don't
except
know.
your mom.
I don't. Well,
yeah, you
I think
gotta
no.
buy
It was
a new
Justin.
car.
Justin was saying something about it, and that was the only reason. 'Cause you said to Justin convinced you that I should get a new car. Or
No,
something.
go to CarMax. Or no, what did we
Yeah,
go?
no, it was CarMax,
CarMax?
and we
So-
went to the wrong one.
Yeah, they're like, no, we have the most cars anywhere. It was the one at in near North Point or the
The other one was like triple the size.
in Roswell. Yeah, and I'm like, we should go to the one in Kennesaw. It's bigger. And the guy's like, no, it's not. We have the same number of cars. They did not.
It was
The other-
triple the
They
size.
probably had 30 cars, and then the other guy had 300.
It was massive.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
massive. Yeah. I don't know. So I'll own up to this. Being a first-time parent in my life, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm mostly proud of them. I think probably the worst one was, I'm pretty sure
Mistake
I-
number one.
I spanked Evan, and then somebody came around the corner and was like, it was me. I'm like, oh man, I just totally ripped Evan's rear end up. And then one of y'all were like, it was actually me. I'm
Well,
like,
in your
"Oh."
defense, it was pretty much me every
I was
time.
like, oh man.
Until
was
I
a-
was like 8, it was pretty much me every
It
time.
was a good guess. You had like a 95% chance of being right.
You need to guess.
I think the other
That's
one.
why I got the car.
The other one that really sticks on me is your mom would be like that's gonna, something's gonna be hurting, something's gonna go wrong. I'm like, look, not everything hurts and goes wrong. It's okay. Just take a deep breath. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? And so literally the next day we're playing chase around the
And then I ran into
the
the
columns,
wall.
yeah. And so I tag Olivia. She trips and she puts her head into the wall and she turns around and looks at me and she's sitting down and I'm looking at her and there's this little line on her forehead. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And then the head wound, it just went blurb, and I was like, ooh, I feel sick. And then I was like, Verity, and she turns the corner. I'm like, she's right there. And she's like, I was waiting. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. Her head is blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so that's the one where we ended up going to Children's, and I hadn't eaten yet, and I
I
passed
remember
out.
you passing out
When
because
they-
Uncle Charles was like,
They put a hypodermic cup thingy and like aerated your
Hey, Anon was there?
brain. He
Yeah.
drove us down there. I was sitting back with Evie or Olivia,
Yeah.
and they
Still
aerated her
name's
skull, and I saw her skull bone, and I was like, and I just like passed out. And the last thing going through my head was watching Hannah Montana, and I was like, to see Hannah Montana playing out, I'm like, this is not how it ends. So they ended up like keeping me in there, and while I was in there, they had the kids stuff wrapped around me, the cuffs for pulse and all that, and the nurse is talking to me, and I'm talking to her, and the machine flatlines. So I'm like, and she looks at me, and we both look at the machine, and we look back at each other. I'm like, I don't know. And she like turns it off and on, and I'm like, oh, it's too stressful. Can I have a hamburger? Yeah, that was a bad.
Hamburger?
They ended up giving me an ambulance ride to the adult hospital, and then I ended up getting out at like, I don't know, like 2 a.m. and took an Uber ride home at 2 a.m. It was like,
Uber existed?
yeah. Or maybe it was some other creepy. It
Probably
was probably a
wasn't
taxi
Uber.
cab. Yeah, it was probably.
probably
an
was
actual taxi.
not Uber. Uber
Yeah.
was not around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
They didn't have iPhones
like
when I got my head
2004.
split.
This was like a year after I shoved her into the
Yeah.
mom's desk in the kitchen because we were playing cops
You
and
did that?
robbers.
Yeah, no.
I,
He
'cause
did
I,
that.
I slipped
He now
on the.
admits it because
I've
he
admitted
can't
this
get in trouble.
every single time
And
she
she
said
snapped
this,
her collarbone?
and every
Yeah.
time she said it wasn't me. I know it was me. Every time. You know why? Because I vividly remember going, "Oh no, I'm falling backwards." Boom! I'm no longer falling backwards. Let's go.
So your mom and I had a conversation about that. I'm like, I think not only did I bust Olivia's head,
I thought I did both.
I think I broke her collarbone, and she just let me think about that.
I thought it was.
Yeah, you did break it down. You're
Yeah.
such a bad daddy.
I thought
I
I
think
did
it was
both,
it was
but-
worth it to
okay.
save Evan from like one more ass beating. he got
You did get lit up. You were tough.
I mean, yeah.
You're better now.
I got the truck. I love that truck. That thing
There
is
you
so
go.
fun to
You love
drive.
it. Yeah,
that thing
you
is so
love it.
fun.
Except when the back end spins out. I didn't know they did
Except
that.
when you have to
Huh?
drive.
When it's
I haven't
wet.
had that problem.
It slides.
I used
I drive responsibly.
Evan. I remember one time
Nah, I
I
know.
used the fact that Evan was always getting in trouble to my like advantage. Like we were sitting in the basement.
Yeah, now you admit it.
Yeah, karma,
We-
right,
we were-
baby? Because you keep saying I get you in trouble.
We were sitting in the basement, and I was like 3, and we were reading like the little picture books. And
yes.
it was a hardback, the one I was reading, and I don't remember what crossed through my mind. But I was like, I need
He let the
to
invasive
slap him in the
thoughts.
face with this book right now. So I just clocked him in the face.
Because I looked up, and I'm like, and I just like looked up at him. He looked down at me with such hatred. Just clocked me in the face.
He was like, "What did I do?" I was like, "Why did you call me that?" And then I just like said he called me an idiot or something, and then he didn't say anything.
I think I was
I was
fast
so
as Spain back then.
confused.
Yeah. So we
No,
did
I didn't
this-
get in trouble for it. I was just really confused.
I don't think either of us got in trouble.
It
I
was
would
just
love-
really
It was
weird.
mutual.
I would love to say that
Was that mutual?
we did smart things to like teach you stuff, but really it was leapfrog.
Yep.
And,
leapfrog for the jump
Okay,
street.
but how do
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this recently.
So if you guys
how do
didn't-
those pens work?
I don't know. They just
I was thinking about that too.
You like click the book and it just goes. This is the book about blah blah blah.
It's
And then
magic.
you click the other thing
didn't
and
know?
it just goes.
they've inserted Disney magic into
Well,
the pen.
because
I
also
don't
like
watch
you
Disney
click
Magic
because
Magic
we have
Cartoon.
the pirate one and you click and you can make a name and it knows which.
I don't know. Hey,
thing you
it's
click-
technology. I know. Mind
Leapfrog
blowing.
and jump street.
That the leapfrog ABC video. So anyway,
yeah.
we were,
And the little whatever it was with the Star Wars game on it. I don't remember even know
with
what
the
that
Lego
was.
game.
so we had this one
No, the
little
Star Wars one.
I think We Kids book, and I'm trying to get Evan to read it, and he's like going through the words, and I'm like, no,
Stream.
the this and that. Yes, what it was, and then he's doing like and Levi's leaning over, and he goes stream. And I'm like, first I said shut up, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. The 2-year-old just read the 4 or whatever, however
Well,
y'all
he
were.
said
were.
it's
I was a kindergarten
nonchalant,
book.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
He's
It was
like stream.
yeah, and so I'm like, wait a minute.
He's not
And
even
so
pre-K yet.
I'm like, shove Evan off my knee. Levi, come here. And he's over there like spitting out. I'm like, how are you reading, you little demon child?
Well, he didn't speak for the longest time. Then he's just like, actually, that's not how you pronounce this word.
Yeah, he was full of Stewie Griffin behind the wheel.
That was pretty funny. Okay, so back to
Thomas Anderson, real
CrossFit.
quick.
Any interesting ways that you guys use your CrossFit, summer strength, or whatever for like soccer or the other sport you guys played? Soccer.
Well, I mean,
Or basketball. I guess there was a little basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I did have this
The
one move in
bench.
soccer,
Yeah.
which was totally illegal. Never got called on it except once because, not for that, but the kid just fell over because he was slow as crap.
Yeah.
But when you're running and you get your arm in between their body and their arm,
Yep.
and you just squeeze your arm into your side, and their arm's trapped, and they can't run faster than you. It's great when you're slow.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
We have slow problems.
Other than that, no.
Yeah, so there was that one time when one of the coaches said, hey, Verity, we're doing a recording. So there was one, you can come and talk if you want. We're telling stories now. So there was one time when the coach yelled at Evan and said, either the ball goes by or the man goes by, but not both. So they were running down next to, I guess Evan was playing center defender or whatever, and the ball came speeding by. So the kid came speeding by, and Evan just grabbed him and chucked him into the ground. And
What?
coach looked over at me, and he's like, I didn't quite mean it like that, but
I did
does it."
that?
Yeah, you like just. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a red card.
I
Didn't
rem- I
even
remember-
card you. You just trucked a kid, and threw him down. I'm like,
I
that
thought
works.
he carded.
I got that handball for it hitting my
Oh,
chest
the
that one
chest, that was
time.
pretty funny.
I did get a yellow card. I kicked a kid in the shin, but he wasn't wearing shin guards, and he started writhing on the ground.
That's not
and
good. So what else?
I was like,
You're like, that is not
sucks to
my
suck,
fault.
buddy.
Summer strength or CrossFit, did it help you guys at all?
Yes.
Well, yeah, not really
It
in
helped me not
soccer
be
as
like.
much, but
I never. This may just be genetics, but I never ended up being fat or like skinny fat. Stop touching me.
That sounds so weird. I'm glad they can't
you
see
had
what
like a
happened.
hair like just randomly like.
Yeah.
Evan just started like touching my face. Anyway.
You had some on
It's
your
because
face,
your mom
bro.
feeds you good food. That's what happened.
Well, and the fact that I was doing CrossFit since I was like 6.
Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah.
And like even though we were doing it more on and off, like with soccer, it made me never have to think about,
Which may bite you in the rear later on now that you're like, I can eat anything I want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we'll
I
see
still
how that
haven't
goes.
hit that. I've
Yeah.
like gained like maybe 5 pounds.
Well, guys are different through college. I
Congratulations.
kept, I actually gained height, or grew, I guess, in college. And,
Crazy how
I know.
those words happen like
Right,
that.
I know. And yeah, so that's interesting. Actually, today, so there was a memory on Facebook. It popped up and said, "Hey, 8 years ago today, you did a legless climb on the rope." Because somebody said, "I bet you can't legless climb the rope."
I think that was probably me.
And so today, I was like, "Oh, I need to go and redo that." So I did it today, and Olivia
Video.
videoed it. Somebody already commented. I guess you had it on Instagram.
I had it on Instagram. I post. Well, you can post stuff to Instagram and have it post on your Facebook too, since it's the same company.
So, the same, yeah. So somebody already texted, said, "Dude, you climbed the rope again." I'm like, "Yeah." So anyway, CrossFit for me has been great because I'm 50 and I don't really feel it.
You're still not 50.
Oh, it's
You've
true.
been saying you were 50 for like 4 years.
Quick announcement.
Oh, AP final, AP test.
Andy
man?
McCann YouTube channel just hit 350 subscribers.
What?
What?
It's up from
How's Jade's doing?
up from 22, starting in January. What?
It was like 70 something.
Was it 70?
It was 78.
It was pretty low.
I remember.
How long have you had this YouTube channel?
Since 2008. I've never done anything with it. So we're trying to create. I'm gonna nail this title one time. It's Farm, Fitness, and Finances, helping you build a resilient life. Ooh, how about that? No.
I just don't think you should say your catchphrase.
I don't
That
think
is
you-
like such a
My
mouthful.
catchphrase is catchphrase.
How about this? How about this?
Have you seen Free Guy?
Anyone who's listened to the podcast should. I don't. Can
Drop a like,
can you
leave a comment.
on podcasts?
No, but you can email me. My email's on the Andy,
Go-
Andy
go-
at CrossFitGarage.com.
Look at the description or go to Andy at CrossFitGarage.com and email him a slogan because he is
He
not very
has trouble
good.
with those.
Yeah, he's not very good at making it up himself, and
Words aren't his forte.
Whoa.
Or when you're
That's
writing
the
them.
name of it. Words are not my forte. That is
Yeah.
true. Or how about this is tangent? Hear me roar.
Why'd you say hear me roar?
I don't know.
Like Katy
It's gotta be
Perry?
something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Could be.
he was just
Rather-
out there, Mom.
Yeah. He just threw up all over the floor. We cleaned it up though.
He's standing right where it happened.
That's
by the
okay.
way.
We cleaned it up.
No.
Don't tell her that.
Okay. If you guys are interested in doing some CrossFit,
Swole 60
Swole
over the
60.
summer.
Of course, this may be July when this comes out.
For boys who want to get big, you can still join in July. I'm
That's
fine
true.
with that.
That's true.
I'm cool with that.
Or if you go to UGA and you want to go on a tour, or Auburn and you want a tour,
Yeah.
we got people there. Levi, we don't know where he's going yet.
Georgia probably.
Georgia? Downstairs? He's going downstairs.
Yeah.
He's going to Alabama. I don't know what he's
If
saying.
you go to Alabama, I'll never speak to you again.
Is that the one where they say War Eagle? Burn.
Bro, Olivia.
That's so funny. Can't you tell?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yes.
Anyways,
And if
CrossFit.
You're, and if you're interested in
Big
Bitcoin
games.
or Nostr as a social platform, or chickens, or how to spank your kids correctly in the year 2000.
Pause.
Do they spank kids anymore? That's not something.
I don't think they probably like
You
have
probably
a rule
get
against
canceled
that.
for that somehow.
They
The
probably
government
like
would
they
find
probably like
out.
pause their iPad for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Earmuffs. Yes. So yeah, shoot us. Give us some information on what you would call the podcast or tagline. Actually, by July we might have one. But if you're interested in any topics, we will cover them for you. If you have questions, send them to us. Thank you guys very much for letting us be part of your journey.